He is on Fox Sports Radio after my show, former D1 basketball star. He's our basketball guy. Doug Gottlieb now joining us in the herd on a Friday. I think it's my favorite Friday since the football season. I love to. Antonio Daniels, by the way, is going to join us in the last hour. He is a funny dude. You know Antonio. Okay, let's start with this. We're all talking JR. I think it's glossing. It's actually the big winner in that game is Kevin Durant because we're talking JR's fourth. Kevin Durant again was invisible. Where was KD last night? What did you make of his performance?
It was awful. It was awful. Not only was it bad, statistically 8 of 22, and we'll get to the call because I actually think they got the call right.
We'll get that out.
But he didn't box out, right? Like basketball 101. You're at the free throw line, second free throw that could decide the game. He doesn't box out, but he's been forced off his spot. He's not strong enough to gain good low post position. He seems to at times not want the basketball and at times force things defensively. Look, the Warriors, and I heard what you said yesterday about Andre Iguodala, and I could not disagree with you more. This is an incredibly flawed team offensively without Andre Iguodala, and they're not nearly as good as you think they are even with Iguodala. They're playing 4-on-5. Whoever they have, when Kevin Durant drives, there's another man there. They're playing at least 4-on-5, and really they're playing 3-on-5.
Because Draymond can't shoot.
Yes. Now, he did make 2 last night, but everyone's daring him to shoot. So you're playing against a 2-man zone, and KD is just not adjusting well. He's not getting the looks that he wants. He's not in rhythm. And then defensively, he's getting lit up by LeBron. Some of it's not his fault because they're trying to keep Steph away from guarding LeBron the entire game.
Yeah.
Because that's all that the Cleveland's trying to do. Let's get LeBron to be guarded by Steph and then put everybody else around the three-point line. And once he gets by Steph, help comes, he'll find you. If the help doesn't come, he'll just score. That's all they're doing game plan-wise. And a couple times he gets caught looking for the screen. Do I fight over to? But he was bad on offense. He was bad on defense. He doesn't seem to have the same self-confidence. And, oh, yeah, by the way, even in the charge block that was turned around to call it a block, why wouldn't you just dump the ball off to Draymond Green so he could lay the basketball in? That was a bad basketball play that was rewarded because LeBron was a split second late.
So you, my knock is, and I'm a big fan of technology, but technology is most valuable. The NFL's figured this out if it gives us definitive stuff. And the reason the NFL doesn't use technology or replay on holding or on pass interference is because their judgment plays pre-replay. And even if you went to replay, you and I could argue about it. So they want like foot on the line, you're out of the end zone,
right.
Balls on the carpet, because what they want is the NFL has taught us this thing. It's in our head now. You have to have irrefutable evidence to overturn something. We've been living in that world. That's been in our football head forever, college and pro football. Irrefutable evidence. My problem is, even after the replay, Steve Javie thinks one thing, the two guys in the court think another. So here's Javie. Once again, here's what Javie said. And this is why it bothers me. You're going from judgment pre-replay to judgment post-replay. Here's Steve Javie.
He's clearly outside the restricted area. In that particular play, Steve, do you think he made it in legal guarding position?
I believe he is, because as I look, he's starting his upward motion. It looks like James is there. Like as I said, very, very close play, especially in real time. But I do believe that James was there prior to the upward motion of the shot.
So that's my problem, Doug.
Okay.
Even refs are arguing.
Okay, but let's go back here. First, I think they went to the review because, and if you watch the official who made the call, he was clearly trying to make a show of it, right? He stops, he hesitates, and then he points to the charge because he was sure he had it. And I'm guessing they went to the review because the other officials said, I got a block on that one, right? I understand that you're not allowed to go, and they should not have gone to the replay because it wasn't close in terms of restricted.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Was not close. Okay?
And by the way, let's tell our audience, you're allowed to go to the replay on that for restricted.
Right.
You're not allowed to go to reverse the call, but your opinion is they went to reverse the call.
Yes, absolutely. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm sure there are football instances where we see something that is letter of the law and they go back to review it and you're like, man, I sure wish they would, because that was clearly pass interference. But this is opening up a can of worms.
It is.
But I think they actually got the call right.
So you believe they got the call right?
Yeah, I think they got the call right. I think the process to getting the call right. Now, here's a suggestion that several people have given me.
Okay.
And that the way to cure the flaws with replay is the refs can look at all these angles, but they should be able to look at it in real time. Because when you break it down to the split second, I mean, like, look, nothing is perfect. It's like all of us without makeup. If you looked at us without makeup, you'd be like, man, Gottlieb looks like the start of Benjamin
bad
Button.
with makeup.
Sure. So if you watch it in slow-mo, it's like a completely different sport, and it's impossible to officiate. There's a foul on every play.
Every play.
What do you – like, look, if we went through everything, LeBron James violates the free throw line law rule. Every time he shoots a free throw, he's in early.
Yeah.
Draymond Green, when J.R. Smith – corralled that rebound, Draymond Green was in early. Like, it happens. If we go back and we find every little thing. So that's the first part. But the NBA there's other parts of basketball that have this, right, which is frustrating. You can review goaltending if it hits the backboard first. You can go back and say, well, it's goaltending, it's not goaltending. But you can't review goaltending if it's blocked in the air. Is the ball coming down? Is it not coming down?
Right.
Wait, so that's the letter of the law, but I can't. So it's very confusing. But let's also point this out. That did not decide the game. J.R. Smith did not decide the game. George Hill, who's a very good free throw shooter.
Veteran.
Choked a free throw. Okay? Now, Kevin Durant choked and didn't box out, didn't pay attention. J.R. Smith got a chance to put it back, and one of the ultimate bonehead plays you'll ever see in an NBA Finals was J.R. Smith not knowing time and score. But George Hill was anyone who says, well, the NBA wanted the Warriors to win. They had that call. Like, look, that was not the last play of the game. It wasn't the second last play of the game. They fouled Steph Curry on an and one, and the Warriors took a 1-point lead. And then George Hill smartly cut, and Klay Thompson grabbed him. He makes the first free throw. He chokes the second free throw. The game is over if he makes the second free throw, or at least Golden State has to throw the ball inbounds from half court with 4 seconds to go and hope they make a shot. So do I think the process was flawed? Sure. It's mostly flawed because we didn't know the rule. That's it. That's really what it comes down to. Jason said he didn't know the rule. You didn't know the rule. I did happen to know that they made this adjustment to the rule. And this is one of those things that when they change a rule, you're like, that sounds like a good idea. And now you're like, wow, that's a really bad idea because it opens up a can of worms.
By the way, we had Chris Webber historically, who's a great guy, but C-Web forgot, college kid forgot the timeout situation. J.R. Smith, this is the second time. Derek Harper also in his career forgot the clock. You've been in these games. You've been in these arenas. I mean, I know when I go into an arena, just a high school player, the first thing you look at is, where's the clock? Because I'm the point guard.
Right.
Like, is it possible this happens more than we think?
Yes. It absolutely happens more than you think. Okay. And the bigger the arenas, and this happens if you've ever been to the Final Four, it's a football stadium. Sometimes it's hard to pick up where the clock is.
No, it's a great point.
It was one of the things, actually, I learned first. John McLeod was the coach of Derek Harper. And he would stop practice, and because I had never played with a shot clock before. Do you know time? Do you know score? On the other hand, it is J.R. Smith. And this is if anyone else on that floor outside of JaVale McGee made this play, you'd be like, man, I'm really surprising. When J.R. Smith makes the play, you're like, yeah, that makes sense, right? If I can pick one guy,
crazy. He went like 48 hours, didn't wear a T-shirt in public. I mean, I like him. I'm a fan of J.R. Smith, but he and JaVale McGee are kooky madookie.
He is, and unfortunately, it takes us away from what was as good a performance as you're ever going to see in an NBA Finals from LeBron in regulation. He seemed to run out of gas a little bit, and it killed his spirit into overtime.
Yeah, that's the key. It killed his spirit.
And so I do wonder how much fight there's going to be in Game 2.
Okay, so that's a very interesting thing. So, listen, man, we're all human here. Okay, the idea. LeBron could be sitting there and giving you the greatest performance. You can have the greatest vacation in the world with your wife, but if you get bad news midway through the vacation, it's hard to reboot in 1 second. You usually have to, I'm going to go for a walk. I got to take a nap. If you fight with your wife, you need separation. LeBron's like furious, and it's like, okay, we're out of a TV timeout. Overtime. He looked pissed in overtime. I don't blame him for that. Here's LeBron after the game. I want you to react to this.
What's your reaction to it? What's your version?
What do you mean, what's my version?
Well, did he think that the game was tied, or did he think that you guys had it salted away?
How do I know that?
Or did you discuss it at all with him at the end of the play?
No. They asked me if I talked to JR about it. I said no already. I don't know what JR was thinking. I don't know the question you're trying to ask.
I was just trying to see if you knew exactly what his state of mind was. Did he think that you guys had it won, or did he think he was trying to make a play? Not sure.
What do you mean I'm not sure? No, I don't know his state of mind.
Did you know if he knew the score?
Thank you.
Okay, so we don't see LeBron do that. He's very, very good with the press. For the record, so was Michael, so was Magic. Most of the guys, Bird was so-so. His state of mind, is this puppy just over? Do you think now?
No, well, first of all, and look, I think Mark Schwartz is asking the question we all want to know the answer to. I don't know why he didn't ask the question. Right? We're going state of mind, like, hey, when you pointed, there's now an internet meme, right, where he's going like, dude,
right.
What did JR say? Because it looked like he lipped, I thought we were up one.
Yeah, that's what Joy said. Joy's not a lip reader, but you thought he said.
I am not a professional lip reader, but I, along with every other human that saw it, agrees that he said, I thought we had it.
We need the deaf woman from Seinfeld to read the lips across the room.
Everybody could see it. That's what he said.
That's what it appears that he did
But that
say.
should have been the question. Like,
what did he say?
What did JR say? It looked like he said, I thought we were up one. What did JR say?
LeBron just didn't want to throw JR under a bus.
And then JR comes out after the game, and he's like, no, I thought it was tied. I thought we were going to call timeout.
Can you recover from this?
Look, I told people on your show, I told them on my show, I thought this is going to be a competitive series. That KD is not in a good place. The Warriors have a huge flaw without Iguodala, even with Iguodala. They give up 19 offensive rebounds for a reason. And you point out all those things, which is great, which is smart, is look at all the things that went in the favor of the Cavs, and the Warriors still found a way to win.
Right.
I could point out there were several missed three-point. Kevin Love didn't make some of those threes.
Yeah.
He makes some of those threes. Jordan Clarkson isn't horrendously awful, throw up in your mouth bad.
Was awful.
He was like, this is my moment. Like, no, it's not.
He was bad.
By the way, he had a +7 and +- which is just the +-
By the way, what was LeBron's ± last night?
-13.
Best player on the floor by a mile. What was Jordan Clarkson? Worst player on the floor. What was his +-
+7.
Okay,
and Kevin Durant was +17. Now, it was helped by overtime, and LeBron's was hurt by overtime.
Right.
But if you want to completely diminish the value of +-,
last night's the night.
At the end of the night, like, there you go.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.